Hey everyone, and welcome to another gtaonline video here on the channel. Today I want to talk about the other aspect of the Mckenzie Field Hangar and how I feel it's a tad bit underwhelming. And the other aspect, of course, is the Arms Trafficking free mode missions. There are 4 variants of these missions, and you can start them by either calling Oscar from their phone or using the laptop in the Mckenzie Field Hangar. One of the missions is to destroy rival shipments driving around the map. This one is essentially just Headhunter V2, except you have to own the Mckenzie Field Hangar property in order to start it. And you only get $30,000 for your efforts, so it pays a little bit more than Headhunter. Though I guess if you did Headhunter and then this one back to back, it would be decent if you were in a Raiju, for instance. You would just never have to leave the Raiju, just going around the map destroying things for money. That would be really easy money. For some reason, they give you a Dune FAV, though, to go and destroy the rival shipments, which of course you don't have to use. But as if the Dune FAV would even be remotely close to an effective vehicle to use to take out rival shipments, especially for solo, I think you'd be better off just slapping them with your Wang than using the Dune FAV, honestly, especially for a measly $30,000. But this one is probably the one I have the least amount of problems with. I just don't get why they'd give you a Dune FAV instead of like a bomber plane to use, for instance, because it has to do with the Mckenzie Field Hangar. It would make a lot more sense if they gave you like a Cuban 800 with bombs or something. Another mission, you have to steal an Iron Mule and then use the Iron Mule to steal weapons. And I actually have never gotten this one, so I don't have gameplay for it, but this one pays $35,000. Then we have the one that's almost like an entire 3-step mission all in one, where you have to take the Rattel across the entire map, take out some smugglers, shoot a flare into the air, then deliver the drops to a few different locations. Now, you can use the Iron Mule to carry the Rattel to the destination, but you have to mark the location on your map first, because once you pick up the Rattel with the Iron Mule, it still just tells you to get in the Rattel instead of putting the yellow marker on the map. And I don't have a problem with this mission being in the game. I like that it's a bit more complex than just go here, kill them, and that's it. But after all those steps, the final payment for this mission is only $40,000 for a mission that takes you like 10 plus minutes. Potentially even more if you take the Rattel all the way there, driving it instead of using the Iron Mule to fly it to the pickup location. So I feel like this one should get a permanent payment buff. I think it should at least pay like 70 grand. If you didn't have to own the hangar and pay 1.4 million in order to access these missions, I think I would be a bit more lenient here, but since there is a buy-in cost to even access them, $40,000 for the base payout for the Rattel mission is on the very low side. So much so that pretty much everyone agrees that if you get these Rattel missions, just find a new session and then hope you get a different one. Which I hate that you even have to do that. I would much rather each mission is worth doing and pays a good amount for the time you put into each mission. But the final mission is also pretty dynamic with the payment. You have to go and steal the Duster 300H from an arms deal and take their own cargo that's in the plane and drop it off at a few different locations. It's basically just like an air cell mission. It pays $40,000, but if you bring the Duster back to the Mckenzie Field Hangar, at the end it pays an extra $10,000, so you get $50,000, which I still feel is on the lower end. I think it should be $50,000 without bringing back the Duster, and maybe $65,000 to $70,000 if you bring back the Duster to the hangar at the end. The cooldown for these missions is only 5 minutes. It's not like the DAX missions where it's a whole hour cooldown, which does make it a bit better, so you can do them more often. And you can weave other free mode missions in the meantime in between them. But man, these missions just felt so nice when they had no money on them a week ago. When the Duster mission paid $100,000 for completing it fully. I think a slight payout buff is necessary on both of the longer mission variants. Let me know what your thoughts are about these arms trafficking missions though. Do you think they need a payout buff, or do you think they're fine the way they are now? If you enjoyed the video or found it helpful, feel free to leave a like as well as subscribe to my channel for more gtaonline content. I also want to give a huge shout out to all of my channel members for your support. If you'd like to become a member for some exclusive perks, you can either use the join button or the link that's down in the description. And as always, thanks for watching and have a great day.